Hey guys, I'm Brenna, if you didn't already know that, and this week is book blog week, or as I like to call it, Blok, spelled without a C because it's blog and book smashed together. So this week, basically, we are talking about books and book series that we like. I have a humongous stack of books that I want to talk about, and I probably won't get to talk about all of them, plus these two. But I want to touch at least lightly on them. I think I can totally do that in under 8 minutes. So let's just get right into talking about books that we like. Yeah, woo! So the first two books that I'm going to be telling you about are Where the Sidewalks End and The Light in the Attic. They are by Shel Silverstein, and it's just like a collection of his work. And when I was 8, he gave these to me when I was 8, and I really love it. I love poetry and really into poetry and stuff. So these are great books. You should go get them. If you like poetry and then you also like humor, these are good for you. Of course, I have to talk about manga. Manga is definitely a book or comic book that I love. I'm really not into like American comic books. I'm definitely more into Japanese. We'll go down on a couple of series that I really love in manga. Well, Naruto. This is the last volume of Naruto. Naruto is a great series to start out with. If you're looking to get into manga and you're not necessarily super girly like myself, I'm not necessarily super girly or into like super girly, definitely I would try Naruto. The reason I picked up Naruto was because I remember when I was a kid on like Cartoon Network, I remember when they first aired like the first episode of Naruto, like the English dubbed one, and so I remembered it from when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I mean, it's a good art style to start with. Also, I think it's a good art style to start with. I could go on for days about Naruto. Fairy Tail is so cute. I just started reading it. I've only bought the first book on a whim. I just kind of decided that I wanted to completely buy a series of manga to have, and I decided that series would be Fairy Tail, just because there was no particular reason other than it is kind of popular. It's one of the most popular ones in America. And the art style is really cute, and it kind of reminds me of Naruto, but in more animated, like big cartoon actions, like that and like that. Those are really cute in a manga, and it really helps break it up and make it more attractive. You really have to enjoy the art style to like the comic. Anyways, so the third one. The other one is Blue Exorcist. This was my second manga that I picked up because I actually saw the ad for it in Naruto, like in the back. They do like the ads in the back like these. I would see Blue Exorcist in the back. And this is a manga that if you're starting out reading it, like they are making it in, like if you're my age, they're making it in your era. Like Naruto started in 99. I was born in 99, and this ended when I was 15. So, you know, that was sad. I was like, dang, I don't get to grow up with this. You're going to get to read this as a teen, because they are making it as of now. If that automatically, like the word exorcist and the word like devil and stuff turns you off, don't read this. That's what this is about. This is about spirits. And, you know, there's some possessions in here. They're not insane and, like, creepy, but, you know, spirits. The art style is really cool, in my opinion. In my personal opinion. I really like how it's drawn. I love, this is the 12th volume. I don't know why I bought it at Barnes & Noble's. Okay, so, the fourth manga I'm going to quickly try and talk about. I know I'm trying to speed through this, but this video is probably still gonna be super long. Strobe Edge. Oh my god, this is so cute. This is the one I have on hand. Okay, I'm not girly. Obviously, these are not girly mangas. For you tomboys out there, or even not even a tomboy, I'm not necessarily a tomboy, this is the cutest thing I have ever read. I'm on volume 9 right now. I got this from the library. But look at this art style. look at the cover. First of all, look how big her eyes are and her little lips. Look how cute the main character is. She is adorable. Sometimes I want to read something that's really cute, like Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I don't have any Sailor Moon on hand, but Sailor Moon is also a really great girls comic. This book is just about a high school girl, and like the author said that she wanted to capture the feeling of a moment or a feeling in between a moment, which is really poetic and like, oh my god. And you definitely get that, because you get how, you know, the character gets sad, and like the emotions from each person and their feelings. It's definitely girly, about high school love. Like, it's so cute. I love Strobe Edge. Go read it. It's adorable. Love the art style. The art style is so cute. So that is it for manga. Now I'm on to regular books. Like, they're not poetry, they're not manga, novels, fiction, that sort of thing. First book I want to talk about is The Book Thief. This book, I love this book. As you can tell, this book has been very well loved and read so many times. I have read this book so many times. I read it, I love it. The book was slightly worn to begin with, but I have loved this book so much. It's my baby. This book is insanely touching and sweet, and I can't say enough about this book. This book is great. So the next book I'm going to be talking about is actually a book series referred to as Ink or the Paper Gods. And you start out with Ink, and the books are called Ink, Rain, and Storm. And first of all, can we just talk about the covers for a second? This is the first book, and like the second cover is just the same thing, like paperback, watercolor. Same thing with this, also watercolor, a little darker. Very beautiful, nonetheless. She's not Japanese. The cover makes it seem like she's Asian. She's not, which is kind of confusing. And she moves to Japan to live with her aunt. And there's some mystical powers going on. And at first when you're reading it, you're kind of like, oh, this is so cliche. This is so typical, like, girl novel. And you're just like, great, this is, And then you get into kind of like the mysticalness of it and the culture, and it absorbs you, and it is very well written. The author is so cool. She wrote them beautifully. I love this series. This is, you know, definitely one of my favorite book series. You should definitely check it out. I don't want to spoil anything, because I feel like this book series can easily be spoiled by giving too much information out, if you know what I'm saying. So the next two books that I'm going to be talking about are kind of more like instructional books, or like art books, or yeah, that's the best way I think I can describe them. And the first one I'm going to be talking about is an art magazine or an art book, and it is VNA, very nearly almost. A stands for. This is, the cover artist is Audrey Kawasaki, and basically this book, this magazine, I almost hate to call it a magazine because it's really more like a paperback. It's really nice quality, different artists, and like in this issue they're talking a lot about graffiti artists. What it is they're taking the artists and they're talking to them, and they're making an article about them. So it's like, here's their art, here's what they're about, this is how they got it. The first article is about Mr. Penfold, who's like a graffiti, modern, he does this kind of stuff. Like, those are kind of his very bold lines, very clean, very nice, but, you know, definitely modern and abstract. That, you know, it's just a lot of like really cool articles about art. It is fascinating, it's beautiful. If you ever see one, pick it up. If you are into art and you're into learning about the artists and all that stuff, definitely get this. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below if you like any of these books, if you're gonna read any of these books, if you're gonna go out and find any of these books and read them and bring them home and love them as much as I love them. Let me know if you've actually read any of these books that I have out, or I've had out. However you want to say that, give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to subscribe. When will you see me? Next Saturday. Bye!